Don't be gross, that's the name of the show. Need dating advice? This is the place to go. Relationships are hard, but do not fear.
Take some advice
From a couple of queers.
Just take some advice from a couple of queers.
Friends with benefits.
No strings attached.
Cuddy buddy.
Bed buddy.
Frenefits.
Special friends.
Bangin' and hangin'.
Taxation without representation. Don't ask.
Okay.
I'm CADE King,
And I'm Andrew Valenzuela.
and welcome to Don't
Be gross.
This is a dating and relationship advice podcast given by a couple of gay men.
Who are a couple.
For all you listeners out there, we also film all of our episodes, so be sure to check out our YouTube, Don't Be Gross, so you can
Hear us and see us at the same time.
at the same time. That's right. What is friends with benefits?
Well, friends with benefits are two people who engage in intimate relations
Physically.
physically and nothing more. They don't date, aren't in a relationship, they just have some fun together.
Have you ever done friends with benefits?
I have attempted to start them, but listen, if I'm gonna be intimate with you more than once, like, my feelings are gonna come out.
feelings are gonna
and
happen.
they are going to attach to you. So, no, I have not been in any friends with benefits. What about you? Have you?
I mean, I feel the same.
Right.
I feel like it's very hard for me personally to be physically intimate without being emotionally intimate.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Especially with one person for several times.
Yeah,
Just like
multiple
regularly. Like one-off hookup, sure, I can
Whatever.
invest in that a little bit, but like over and over, like it's gonna happen
Yeah.
without a doubt. Like
Yeah.
I cannot be in friends with benefits.
Two heads connected.
Yeah, totally.
Do you feel like sexual orientation matters when it comes to friends with benefits?
I mean, I don't like to say that things are different from one and the other because like I want everyone to be equal. And
No,
whatever.
they're 100% different. Like,
No, I know,
We
I
love
know.
the straights. Hi, straights.
Hi, straights. We haven't shouted out in a while. Hello.
Hi, straights.
But yeah, it is different because the apps nowadays used by the straights, I mean, both gay and straight use them, but like mostly the apps that primarily straight people use are aimed at long-term relationships. Obviously,
They're aimed at dating.
yeah, or dating. Obviously, not everyone using these apps does it, but yeah.
Swipe right.
But for the gay
swipe
community, there's a lot of hookup culture involved.
Let me tell you, for those of you out there, for the straights who aren't aware, we have an app called Grindr. There are many apps that are similar, synonymous, but the big one, Grindr, right? Let me tell you about Grindr. Grindr is a catalog of men. You got
Scrolling.
a lot to pick from, and you just really, it's guys on there. It's, they're looking for either friends, they're looking for benefits, they are rarely looking for love, right?
Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying that Tinder, Bumble, Plenty of Fish, that's a good one. I'm not
Coffee
saying
meets bagel.
we live, love for coffee meets
I
bagel.
used that for a hot sec.
And I just, we're not saying those aren't catered to hooking up. Obviously, you can utilize the dating app however you want to utilize it. But I feel as if those, the swipey McSwipersons are very much just like catered towards dating where, it's a dating app where Grindr is a hookup app.
I mean,
I feel like that's such the distinction.
Marketed as a dating app
Yeah,
because
I mean,
they're not allowed to be
this-
like,
yeah, the subcategory.
this is for hooking up.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
But yes, that it is very well known that Grindr is just a hookup spot. Like, there's that one-off where you're like, I'm looking for a relationship, and everyone's like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like, what
Yeah.
are you doing here?
And I just feel like, too, when it comes down to it, like, just gay culture in general is very much the land of, like, hooking up, casual, friends with benefits. I feel like the gays, hi gays.
Hey, hey girl.
We live for you. We are you.
We are a part of you.
Yeah, I feel like it's just very much catered to that, like, lifestyle. Oh, I hate saying that. But I feel as if, too, it's because there was so much repression for so long that the gays were so repressed. You know, Stonewall riots, all of that, that then we're now just like, we're just going to be sexually explorative and free and do what we want. And like straight people have, you know, they
Straight people.
no, which by the way, gross.
Oh my God.
No, they, you know, there's never been that like repression, and I feel like that's like a huge thing, and like it might be looked down on to like hook up or to like have a friend with benefits situation, but I think it's so great. I think, you know, for people, obviously not the two of us, but for people who can benefit from friends with benefits.
There we go.
There we go. I think it's great. I think
If you can make it work and no
Make
one
it
gets
work.
hurt, make it work. And if no one gets hurt, then I just have fun. Have fun in your life. Do what makes you feel great. Just be cautious of the other person and yourself. And if one of you starts catching feelings, like communicate that. And
Speaking of, what do? You communicate?
yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
Great.
So your question was,
What do you do if one of the people in the friends with benefits situation catch feelings?
right, sticky situation. I think, I mean, obviously it's a tough situation. I think if you talk about it before, like when you realize that you were hooking up for a while and you're like, oh, but we're not really in a relationship, and then you decide as friends with benefits, I think you should lay some ground rules. And
I think from the get-go.
yeah.
From the get-go, ground rules should be established.
Yes, and be like, is sleeping over okay? Do we hang out outside of our intimateness?
Like telling friends.
Yeah. Do we tell friends?
Booty calls. Late night.
Like, are you actual friends, or do you just have some benefits?
And I just think it's hard as humans, as people with these things called feelings, to not catch feelings in a friends with benefits, no strings attached.
I mean, I feel like if someone is a serial friends with benefit person, I think that should
They'll be
be
able
looked
to.
into on a deeper level of like,
Oh, you're saying, I got
yeah,
it.
like, are you okay? Do you need to work on yourself so that you can become that intimate with someone to be in a full committed relationship?
And hey, relationships aren't for everyone.
Right.
So like, if it's not,
And if you're happy with that, like, perfect. But if like you don't feel a sense of fulfillment after all of these
Joy.
failed friends with benefits, like, take a step back. Take stock of where you're at.
sure. Yeah, I just think at the end of the day, like friends with benefits can be a challenge. It can be very, you know, sticky and muddy waters where there really isn't, because it's like this limbo, right, of friends and a relationship. And then I just feel there's always going to be one person who does catch those feelings, and that just makes it so okay, what if a person, that one person, maybe they don't catch feelings but they get in a relationship with, like, they actually get in a relationship with someone else, then what do you do?
I was just about to ask that.
Work.
Yeah, that, oh God. That low-key almost happened to me with this guy I was
What?
dating.
Oh, you were dating, what happened?
Well,
Like, what was the whole
oh God. This is a very, I was dumb. I was young. We all were.
Still
And
are.
I liked this guy, but he was just so wrong for me. And yet I was like, please take
So
me.
were you, sorry, I want the backstory.
Okay.
Were you friends with benefits with this person, or you were dating them?
So we started, you know, having some intimateness.
So you were friends with benefits.
And then he was like, I am not ready for a relationship. I was like, that's fine.
Everything's fine.
He was the first guy I've ever done anything with.
Okay,
So,
sure.
Yeah.
Leave it at that.
And then, but he was like, I don't want to hurt you, because like, I fell hard, obviously. And like, he was also having feelings, but like, he was not at a place to act on them.
Sure.
So then we both went to New York together for a semester of school, and we were just like, you know what, we're just gonna,
Not like together, it was like coincidence.
No, together. We both went for our third semester to New York.
But like you intentionally went the same time?
No.
Yeah, so it's coincidence.
I mean, we both knew we were going.
Okay.
We weren't like,
Great.
oh, you're going? I'm going to go too. Like, we both knew we were going to do that.
Okay, wait.
So we did that, and we were like, why don't we just take it one day at a time and, like, see where it goes? But, like, he told me, I want you to find other, like, see other people and find someone else.
Be free.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, that's fine. And then he went on a date in New York, and I got upset.
Yeah.
Because, like, I wasn't okay.
You caught those feelings.
I did, yeah. So,
Wait, so he went on a date?
yeah.
I thought he wasn't ready for a relationship.
He was a very, very complicated person.
Okay.
We don't need to talk about it. But yeah, but like, I wasn't at a place to be in whatever the heck we were in.
Sure.
To be able to allow him to look for other stuff and whatever, and for me to look for other stuff. So that's a tricky situation if you haven't.
So did he get in a relationship?
No.
Did you get in a relationship?
We did after that. We did, yes, eventually. It was a very complicated story, but yeah, in the end we got together finally.
Wait, the two of you got together? Mm-hmm. Wait, we're talking about... Okay, let me just backtrack. We're talking about two people friends with benefits, and one of the people get in a relationship with someone else.
Yeah.
Okay, that didn't happen with you.
But like, it was almost starting to, and I was like, no.
Okay, you reeled it in.
So that could happen.
Okay, but we're talking about what do you do? So here's my thoughts.
Okay.
You just gave an anecdote that didn't happen. Almost did.
Yeah.
We live.
Like, I know what it's like to be in that place.
I think it really stems from the ground rules you first establish. Mm-hmm. And you can both just communicate, like, hey, like, I like what's going on. I'm enjoying, like, I want to continue this, but just know, like, if either of us get in a relationship, then that's just something that might happen and that we maybe need to be ready for if it does happen, and, no, like, hard feelings, and, it was fun while it lasted. Mm-hmm.
How would you even navigate that?
For a fun time, not a long time. I mean, it's just the beginning of it. Ground rules. Be like, hey, like, if either of us get a relationship, like...
But, like, getting in a relationship requires some sort of dating before that. So, like, are you dating while you're in
sure.
benefits?
I mean, sure. That's a thing. I mean, that's, like, where you can, like... If friends with benefits aside, you could be dating multiple people, right? Mm. And you could be hooking up with those people. So I just feel like if you're having friends with benefits, that's just essentially someone else you're kind of like dating, even though it's not like dating, Mm-hmm. So it's like that friends with benefits just really creating those ground rules and being like, if one of us get in a relationship, like, we got to cut it off. Mm-hmm. And that's just what it is.
Yeah.
And it's how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah.
I mean, do you feel like friends with benefits should even be a thing? I mean, I feel like we've already kind of answered this, where, like, we feel like...
If it works and you're happy, then go for it. It isn't for everyone. And mm-hmm. you shouldn't be pressured into getting into one because of promise of connection.
Yeah.
And if you're not ready, or you don't know how to navigate that, or you're physically and emotionally incapable at this current time or
mm-hmm.
any time, then I don't think it should be a thing for you.
Yeah.
Personally.
Definitely. And I just think, too, just really set those ground rules.
I mean, a lot of people just hope and pray that the other person falls in line with them, and, like, just kind of, like, I don't like, because that's what I did. I was like, well, I'm sure I'm great enough, and he'll eventually love me, and we'll be happy ever after. Like,
yeah,
people just want that and hope, and just, like, are naive about it, I guess, sometimes.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky. But just do your best. Navigate it. Ground rules. Have fun.
Yeah, don't be afraid to talk about feelings.
Yeah, just
all of that.
Even if you are feeling feelings, like, open up about them, even if it might, like, mess up the friends with benefit situation. And, if you're on the receiving end, you're not about that feely life, just, like, don't be gross about it, Don't be gross.
Don't be gross.
All right, well, that was that episode.
That was, yes.
We have no personal, really, I mean, besides your kind of slightly anecdote
it was very
situation.
Convoluted that it could have just been in friends with benefits, but I sort of grabbed the reins and I was like, absolutely not.
Yeah, and that's a situation where we look back on
And
maybe we regret.
Yeah, in hindsight, I
But-
shouldn't have, but it did teach me a lot about relationships and
And what
I
you want.
or don't.
Yeah.
Or don't want.
Oh, don't want. All right. Well, as always, don't be gross.